Hello, I have a bit of good news if you're hoping for some sunshine this afternoon. Not everywhere will see it, but some of us, particularly towards the east, will. Meanwhile, further west, we have a weather system. It's already started to push in across parts of southwest England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and is going to continue to feed northeastwards as we go through the day. All the time we'll be bashing against some colder air across the UK. As a result, we will see some hill snow, even a bit of freezing rain at times. More of that to come as we go through tomorrow. However, through this afternoon, then yes, like I said, across many parts of Scotland into northern England, even southeast England, we should see a bit more sunshine than we've had recently. Further west, a different story though. Cloudy, a bit wet, the rain feeding its way northeastwards, and like I say, a bit of hill snow perhaps, particularly over parts of Wales, and also a little bit of freezing rain possible. But rainfall totals don't actually look particularly high, away from Northern Ireland where we could have some heavier bursts for a time. Temperatures are still going to be a bit suppressed, most places seeing highs in the mid-single figures at best, and if you are stuck under any stubborn cloud, it will feel pretty chilly indeed. Further west, we do have some milder air coming in, but obviously it is going to be a bit cloudy and a bit wet as well. Now, as we go into this evening, there will be some clear skies across parts of Scotland, north of England as well to start the night. It's turning chilly, a touch of frost first thing. Otherwise, though, it clouds over, and with that, we're going to see outbreaks of rain feeding their way in. The rain turning heavier overnight across parts of Wales and southwest England. Across parts of Scotland and the north of England, here we are likely to see some sleet, some snow over modest higher ground, and also, like I mentioned at the start, the risk of some freezing rain. But because of the fact that we have the unsettled weather coming through and something a bit milder, temperatures not dropping a huge amount for most places towards the west-southwest, mid-single figures, perhaps even high single figures for some places. Meanwhile, towards the east, after a chilly start to the night, it's going to stay pretty chilly as we go through the night as well. But through tomorrow then, the big talking point will be the risk of some snow accumulations, but also that freezing rain, particularly over the higher ground of North England. Here we could see some icy conditions, so some treacherous driving conditions for some places. Do take care if you're heading on the roads. Across like this kind of central area of the UK, there'll be plenty of wet weather around, gradually feeding its way eastwards. Further north, a few outbreaks of rain, some hill snow over the high ground of Scotland, but also perhaps some brighter breaks. And in the southeast, actually avoiding the worst of the rains, likely to stay mostly dry, just a few spots of rain pushing through at times. And in the southwest, here we're going to have some brighter conditions developing as we go through the afternoon. So a wet start to the day, but turning drier and brighter here. With that then, temperatures just about getting into double figures towards the southwest. Elsewhere, some places a little bit higher, some places a little bit lower than today, but where you have the cloud, the rain, the sleet, the snow, the freezing rain, it's going to feel pretty chilly indeed. Little change as we go through Saturday evening, so if you are heading out across this, like I say, central area, it's looking pretty wet, and there could even still be a bit more winteriness around in some places. Further north, apart from a few outbreaks of rain and sleet and hill snow, it's looking largely dry, and in the south it's mostly dry with some clear skies towards the southwest as well. Into Sunday, and it's a relatively cloudy picture for many places. There will still be some outbreaks of rain around, nothing especially heavy, but a front trying to push in from the west, bringing some outbreaks of rain across Northern Ireland in particular. Elsewhere, there will be a bit more hit and miss. Some brighter breaks perhaps developing in a few places, but for many it is looking largely grey. Temperatures, again, well, they're near normal, well, actually a little bit below average for the time of year for some places, and all the time where you are stuck under that cloud, it is going to feel a little bit chillier still. There may be a bit more brightness perhaps than the picture behind me suggests. Now, as we go through into next week, there is more unsettled weather to come, particularly towards western parts, so you'll definitely want to stay up to date with the forecast. You can do so by making sure you follow us across our social media channels. Bye-bye.